the dark little caves they hide in. Mark Goddard redeemed himself, true. Work to finish, especially when you're in control for 5 rounds, very true. Khamzat, I'm going to kill him, brother. Caresses DDP's hips for 5 rounds, true. Indian Muslim having a poop party on X. What's crazy is DDP came closer to a sub than Kamrot. He did. Proud of you for making it, Guru. You're a giant, mate. Thank you for the £2. Hate Khamzat, man. Boring ass fight style. And Rogan for complaining about Goddard standing them up. Disappointed in DDP, though. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, he needed better instincts in some of the exchanges. But listen, man, he's a middleweight at the end of the day, you know. We knew he wasn't the most technical. Hey, rumor is DDP. I just thought if they had more moments on the feet, DDP would fuck him up. And based on what we saw, that would have been true. But he just didn't have the fucking, you know, he didn't have the scrambles necessary. Rumor is DDP was wearing female goatists and it confused Khamzat on many levels. Thank you for that, Jesse Schmidt. Khamzat went all 5 rounds after training with TJ Dillashaw's. No, it's not sus, man. You did fuck all in the fight. You can go 5 rounds when you do fuck all. What is he going to get tired from? Kneeing the thigh against a cage or laying in crucifix? What is there to get tired from? Valentina in finishes in crucifix. Yeah, because she winds up and creates space to throw. Did you see Nina get nervous when Armin said your name? No, Armin never said my name. 500 strikes to 45, embarrassing. Total strikes, knees to the thigh. It is embarrassing, yeah. That all of those strikes and not one of them are trying to harm your opponent. Heard tuberculosis could be holding the belt soon. JDM beats Islam and moves up to save middleweight. Thank you for the $2 Canadian, Bronson. The hype is so much more fun than the fights at this point. DDP got destroyed, man. And I would say he got dominated. Destroyed implies some kind of damage. But your name's Mo Saeed, so of course you would consider that destroyed. Thank you for the $5. Incels in this chat undermining the fact that Chimaev put the undisputed UFC champ in a crucifix. Yeah, great wrestling, yeah. Boring as fuck, Mohammed Gasham. Thank you for the $5, dude. Appreciate you. Of course you're defending it, dude. That was a boring-ass fight. Don't talk about killing everybody. I kill everybody, brother. All that talk. You've probably got an alt account where you shit on Strickland for the way that he fights after the way that he speaks. But you'll championship this. This bullshit, man. Skip me last time. You say no damage. But DDP sounded like he had a sock in his mouth. Look at his post-fight speech against Robert Whittaker where he won by 2nd round TKO. And listen to his post-fight speech. Chimaev strikes and gets KO'd. MMA is so low IQ. No, Chimaev tries to ground and pound and proper put some steam on shots. I'd be amped, but he never once winded up a punch. Just admit you want low IQ entertainment? No, I want someone who's aiming to harm their opponent. He not once went for a full posture ground and pound shot across 5 rounds. I'm not trying to watch that bullshit, man. Go do something else, you little gay boy. You know what I mean? Little non-warrior bitch. Joey's gooning, of course he is. He's got a micro and he's self-hating, so of course he roots for this. Champ got controlled for 20 minutes. That's crazy, dude. Anything happened to him? No. Oh, okay. Am I crazy for thinking DDP would win a rematch? He could adjust. He showed in the last 2 rounds he does have some adjustments, but he's going to have to work his way back to it because that fight weren't competitive enough to make it happen. Some specifics in training? Yeah. Some of the reversals in 4 and 5 were better. Mr. Drew, picking main events wrong is your passion. I'm on a streak of them. Thank you for the 5. Khamzat is an unreal wrestler, but wow, what a boring. I know, yeah, fucking inbred fuck. Yeah, I agree. Keep coping, Guru. I'm not. I'm just continuing to read money coming in. If it was Marab, he wouldn't have gotten a bonus. True. Very true. Just realized 100% walk-off KOW ratio for Prates. I know, they're all walk-offs. It's insane when he knows he knows. No one can say Colby's boring after that. True. Even the Leon fight was more fun. Yeah, true. What happened to the Aiden Ross collab? It never happened. Would Izzy starching Khamzat once with a spinning body kick? Yeah, sure. Whatever. Just kill Khamzat in the cage. In the UFC fight. Just whatever makes him die. The pussy bitch. Talking about kill everybody. No one gives a fuck about you, boy. It was great when Burns beat the shit out of him. It was. Have you ever predicted a fight correctly? Or is it your super gay power? I'm overall majority correct this card. I got a lot of underdogs. We still have JDM. Thank you for the $5, though. I appreciate your money. We still have JDM. We will beat Islam and then beat Khamzat in 2026. He'll have all the Muslim Fighter Infinity Stones. Thank you for the 15 Australian dollars. Interesting how Khamzat landed some strong elbows and just said, let me go back to my pussy shots. He almost harmed Dricus and it started making his elbow ache. So he went back to his little baby pussy boy shots. Funny how these inbreds have the most one-dimensional style and people applaud it. Not all of them, though. I honestly respect Makhachev for the way that he fights now. Chimaev's a bitch. DDP needs to hit the 2 hands on 1, true, when Chimaev lets go of his body lock. But he wants him to do that so he can trip. Only way to stand up from the bottom against a cage like that, I know. But he wants him to do that so he can trip him. DDP never lost a fight. He lost a wrestling match, true. Is middleweight saved? I thought new up-and-coming prospects were going to save us. Nah, I can't be asked anymore with a division, man. I don't care. Who cares? As long as Chimaev wins, we'll have 4 minutes of dry humping to an eventual rear naked or 25 minutes of dry humping. I don't care. People forget, man, Chicago spent 150 million on immigrants. I don't care about Chicago. Getting in the face of your opponent, smile like you are some psycho killer just to hug him like a coward for 5 rounds. Getting in the face of your opponent like some psycho killer just for the second the fight begins to shoot immediately in from the outside right onto his legs. Gayest fucking fighter ever, dude. I ain't intimidated by him. You get beaten in a street fight, straight up. Shooting on someone on a takedown, getting kicked in the head from behind. How much did brain damage did DDP take tonight? 0. Lerone Murphy had some unreal aura from the jump. He did, dude. Lerone Murphy's rapidly changed his positioning as a fighter. Need a middleweight JDM? Maybe Hernandez can do it. True. Actually on Mark Not So Goddard's side. For once, W for him. Really good work from Mark Goddard, yeah. Cumshot says belt ain't matter, but switches up ASAP. Thank you for the $2. Khamzat fights like Kadyrov offs him with a loss. True. Thank you for the £2, T.O. Bo Nickel just tweeted, I got to lock in. We have a bad September. I think future Khamzat fights will be subs unless it's a new 5-round strat. It's just going to be wet blanket till a sub or wet blanket till a decision. That's how Chimaev fights. He's the most least intimidating fighter of all time. Nobody's scared of that little pussy-ass bitch. Do you think this was due to quality of opponents? No, it's just Khamzat's success as a grappler, but unfortunately his success doesn't change his mindset as a human man. He doesn't want to harm people, and he doesn't want to be in harm's way. So he's a pussy. Goddard's not making him stand up is classic. Let him. Dude, I think Goddard was following the rules. You can't stall out fights. I'm drunk. Did Dricus impress? No, he didn't. People saying you want kickboxing? No, just damage in a damage-based sport. I know. I'm not arguing when Moicano gets on top of Benoit Saint-Denis. No one is. No one's arguing when Moicano's on top of Benoit Saint-Denis. You know what I mean? No one's arguing. Even when Cannonier was on top of MVP, he was trying to hit him and hurt him. I'm not arguing that. You know what I mean? No one's arguing that. There are fun grappling matchups. No one's hating Sarukian versus Gamrot. We're hating that gay shit, bruv, when you're a pussy wet blanket bitch, inbred freak. I'm back with more wild news. Dana scored the main event 50-41. I don't mind it, but I don't know how the last 2 rounds, either of them could be a 10-8 for him at all. Fluffy and Dorita, thank you for the $2. Got to be a racist to cope, you absolute casual. Okay, Zishbik. Khamzat Chimaev is closer ethnically to me than any other race of human on earth. Thank you for the $2. Just because he believes in marrying children doesn't make him a different race. Thank you for the 2. I'm sick of these fans thinking they're hardcore because they enjoy too hard. I know, they're gay, dude. It's some of the YouTubers are going to do the same thing and act like they really enjoyed it. They're just gay lords, bro. Does this Khamzat performance solidify Usman as #1? I don't care. Told you Tim would get the sub. That's 2 Asian strikers. Tim Elliott, true. There you go. I think you did mention that. If you said 2 Asian strikers before, then that was you. Do you think Dricus would do better in a rematch? He probably would do better, yeah. Thank you for the 2. He looked like he was making adjustments, but hey, maybe Chimaev would make adjustments in the rematch. Brown Tard spamming cope like predictable NPCs. None of them are Dagestani. They're all Saudi or Pakistani. No fighters of their own at all, ever, in history, ever. No single good fighter ever, at all. So they're just jumping on these white Russians. So you think Chimaev will still fight in Abu Dhabi? I doubt it. No, man. I don't know how he's going to recover from all of that war he just went through. Didn't hurt your opponent, but it's domination. No, he didn't hurt him, but it is domination. It's this new type of domination now that these other guys are in the sport. Mr. Fight Bro, who won on the feet? Duplessis won, obviously, on the feet, but there was no moments on the feet. Anytime Duplessis landed an exchange, Chimaev just went in, shot on the hips, got it, or if Chimaev got the takedown stuffed by Duplessis, he would just re-enter on the hips, hold, cover, and that's it. Thank you for the $2. Luke Berry, appreciate you. Thank you for the $10. Thoughts on Muslims take over the UK? Flexing that you're taking over the country. When we took over countries, hopefully the history books will remember. When real warriors took over countries, we rocked up with ships, guns, swords. You guys beg at the border, all men begging at the border, crying like refugees. History will remember. I don't care what happens in the present. Larone's fight is better. It's MMA, not wrestling, and to think 1 significant strike per minute is crazy. Sorry for those who paid for it. True. Thank you for the £5. 1 significant strike per minute is crazy, yeah. Love you, Guru. You knew exactly. Eventually, Khamzat would get the title. It's just how it goes. I know. I thought Duplessis could make the adjustments. I thought Duplessis round 4 and 5 would be like 2 and 3. And if that would happen, then maybe he would win in the 4th and 5th, you know? But he never got going fast enough. The Khamzat fans are insufferable. They can't admit that shit was boring. They don't care, brother. They're just happy to be represented by someone who isn't the same ethnically as them at all. Thank you for the $10. 23 significant strikes in 23 minutes of control with 0 submission attempts is boring as hell. That's crazy, dude. What's these fucking Asian symbols coming up when I type in 319? Um, 23 already read it. Dana gave Khamzat a bonus and said round should have been 10-8 and that he was destroying and raining down punches and elbows. Yeah, the sport's over, man. He don't care anymore. Drunk as shit. Dricus impressed defensively. He did, and he survived Chimaev for 5 rounds. It's tough to do. And I knew and even told you, Khamzat, you spoke about Blumpkins for the past 2 years. DDP robbed. Thank you for the $2. No. Gayest fight human possible. Ref stand up the fight. True. Rather watch James Vick. I mean, James Vick had fun fights. I literally play fight with my girlfriend the same way when I want to show her how strong I am. Okay. Without causing any damage. I know, right? Let's go JDM. Thank you very much for the $2. You criticize lack of urgency on top, but on bottom, hypocrisy. When you have full control over someone, what urgency can be made? When you're inside control on top and you're Chimaev, what is urgency going to achieve? You're acting like Dricus wasn't bucking out of bottom position and trying. He was. Khamzat's finished all but 3 fights. Yeah, when people couldn't survive him, he eventually submitted them. But the way of victory has been the same attempt every single time. So weird that Alexander Hernandez, the type of fighter to get wins over Benil, Jim Miller, and Chase Hooper, but loses to guys like Damon Jackson and Billy Quarantillo. Well, Damon Jackson and Billy Quarantillo, they're big, and like Billy Quarantillo can kind of strike a little bit. I know he's had some bad ones, but Hooper can't strike at all. I think this Khamzat guy needs to work on his grappling. He doesn't seem very good at it. I know, right? It's fucking pathetic. Vum, 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 vim, 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 vim. I think this Khamzat guy needs to work on his grappling. Just remember, COVID almost saved us from this. I know, right? How fucking lame. Watched the casual in the bar. I watched say the fight. Whoa, that takedown almost knocks Dricus out. Oh my god, dude, I hate it. I keep posting the picture of you in a dashiki. You're still the man. I know. You should stop in Maine on your trip to the USA. I'll put a big lobster feast. I'm alright, man. 10-6 to middleweight champ. Yeah, Lerone Murphy and Chimaev swapped aura. They did. So when is O'Malley Marab 3? You just watched it. MVP asking for Pratis in Brazil. How you feeling about that? I don't mind it. Super gay. Thank you for the $2 Mars. Oh, the MVP's moving back down. You know what? No, MVP, pick a shit division to fucking dance about in and not get a finish. I don't give a fuck. Pick a fucking division and shut up, bruv. Don't see a grappler just became champ and start thinking about welterweight, you bitch. Fuck all that. Just pick a fucking division and do it. Don't just fucking gallivant around to different strikers that you can play hamby-pamby, 1 a minute, 1-2 fucking dance simulators with, you fucking loser. Super gay. Mark Goddard redeemed himself. True. Work to finish, especially when you're in control. That's part of the rule set. He had to. Do you think Strickland could pull off the upset against Khamzat? No. He'd get held down. He'd get held down to be submitted after some knees to the thigh, or he'd be held down for 25 minutes. Impression of Dana working at McDonald's. Everything is sold out. Biggest gate of all time. We have the record for top 10 of all time in the universe. True. Sad to see Kadyrov pay off Whitaker and DDP. Thoughts on Khamzat being rhymes with MAGA? I saw 100%. Kill everybody? Yeah, he killed the crowd. Yeah, of course. Pico, the new Chandler. Guru, time to get a training program. Hop on gear and mog him in person. I know. Thank you for the 10 Canadian. Make sure you appreciate Marab. I know I literally put out an apology to Marab on Twitter, yeah. True that. Bum 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 bum. Bim bam dun 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 dun. Switching up on Khamzat because your boy lost. Does no one see that that was boring? Please, somebody help me and help me admit that was boring. Like, am I lost? What is the world that we're in? We're in make-believe world, man. That was some boring shit. I won't appreciate anything else. Just how good is GM3? Didn't give a single takedown up. True. Guru, you're right. Don't let the inbreds get to you. I won't. Khamzat just sat on DDP like Debris does on kids in Gaza, yeah. Dude, I had Tim Elliott, Alex Hernandez, MVP, Lerone Murphy, and fucking DDP plus 21,000. I'm heartbroken, yeah. Thank you for the $10. I'm the heaviest weigh-in backpack in the 185-pound division. When I strap onto people, they don't fucking move. Okay. I think we need to put this fight up on Pornhub, as that was the closest thing I've seen to grape in the octagon. Hugging Sessions, 100. Do you agree, Guru? Who can you see beating Khamzat? I don't see anyone beating him, and I won't care to watch any of his fights. I'll be neutrally, who cares? I'm not interested. Who cares? So much rules to protect the wrestlers there are, yeah. Thank you for the 2. Just realized my friend, like, imagine if after Duplessis sprawled that in round 4, he could just knee Chimaev in the fucking face. Fuck, man. That'd be sick. Just realized my friend's untrained 19-year-old could have taken 500 of Khamzat's strikes. I know, right? It's weird, right? I reckon I could maybe, like if I had to choose a fighter in the UFC to fight for $1 million, I'd probably pick Chimaev. Like, you're not going to get hurt by anything. He's gay. Super sad. Baby punched his way to a belt. At least I won some money tonight. Yeah, at least we're good. Wow, DDP's such a warrior. He lost a fight. It is what it is. If DDP was winning, he would have fucked up Chimaev and brutalized him. DDP was well aware of Nina Drama's curse. Only dominating in wrestling, not a cage fight. When Khamzat says smash everybody, he meant gay sex. Thank you for the $2, T-Pop. Plot twist, Fluffy Hernandez is the one who beats Khamzat and becomes your new favorite fighter. He's the only fighter with the grappling IQ, it seems. I don't think he beats Chimaev at all. Strickland would have done better, plus better build-up. JDM would destroy all of... I don't think Strickland would have done better at all. JDM will destroy all these muftis. The Chicago spent money on the Latinos. Yeah, Latinos. Shout out to Latinos, dude. There's some real warrior people, for real. If you hit a guy 500 times and you don't knock him out, you should lose. Yeah. Next to a Moldovan at the bar and he was pissed. Of course he was, dude. It's a warrior culture. That fight confused me. I feel like Khamzat definitely could have finished that fight in rounds 3 and 4 if he just pushed for it. But no, yeah, he's too gay. Fluffy will dispose of Chimaev. Don't worry. We hope so. Fuck Cumslut. Need yellow card from Pride deserves no. Yeah, thank you for the 2. Casuals are going to pretend that was fun to seem like real fans. Chat. Once I see real chat again. Oh, another fucking loader's chunked in. Never mind. Oh my god, man. Alright. First time super chat. As boring as the fight was, you have to admit it was a dominant fight. I'm not denying it was a dominant performance. I have a feeling you're going to get rage baited by DJ. I won't. I'll very articulately explain why Chimaev's a pussy. Are you queso? I don't know. Dricus still won when it matters most against Izzy. Yeah, who cares about anything else? Yeah, we got our wins. Chimaev can have the belt. I don't care about middleweight. Much love from Korea. I wish you the best. Thank you. Jimmy Dean Sausage. Interesting Korean name. Performances like this make murking wrestlers in kickboxing sparring on Monday so much fun. There you go. Is Kai Brauha last hope? I don't know who is. I don't care about middleweight for the next few years, brother. Until this guy's gone. What happened with the Aiden Ross stream never ended up happening. He had complications just before the event. Like 5 minutes into the event. He had complications, so it never ended up happening. In China. Dun 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 dun. In China. Oh, they're showing total strike numbers on fucking pages and shit, bruv. You know how gay these lot are? It's so fucking lame. Fucking hell, bruv. Rooting for Ankalaev and that. Like, what is actually wrong with him, man? DDP, Dana and said DDP's going to have a long ride home to Africa from the damage. No, he's not at all. What are we doing? Like, no one gives a fuck. He's a pussy. 17 minutes of hugging now with 0 damage. Good. Oh my god, the fans are actually turning. That's good. Other than, like, a random African guy, I guess. But he's going to have reasons, right? You can't have... They don't have no fighters of their own, so... Just Caucus versus white guys, 2025 UFC. And pissing me off. Completely forgot we even got double elbow KOs because of how boring it was. True. First time watching with my dad at 5 a.m. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that, dude. I guess Dricus can't do as he plessis, lol. I know, that was a good one. But he would beat RDR, though, I think. Armin and new coaches told Khamzat to be safe. I don't care what got told what. That is the same Khamzat we see every fight, but he finished it this time. Unless you give him resistance, he won't fight. He plans to go out there and have no fun. Put up a pride flag for the next Khamzat fight. No. Khamzat couldn't resist my beautiful African king. Thank you for the 2. $2 instant hot dog powder. The most dominant fighter in fight I've ever seen. What were your thoughts of the MVP fight? Thank you for the $2. I don't care. Bilal got booze at home. His own shooters forgot him. No. Thank you for the 20 rupees, Jinsu Sridharan. I appreciate you. If Khamzat's last name didn't end in EV, everyone would call him boring like they do Bilal, yeah. Thank you for the $5. Mark Goddard redeemed himself. Work to finish, especially when you're in control. I agree. I completely agree with Mark Goddard. The hypocrisy of Dana. If this was Dana White's Contender Series, Chimaev wouldn't get a contract. I know. But tonight, Dana gives him a bonus. Very true. The hypocrisy of Dana, already read it. Getting put in a crucifix 3 times is so funny, yeah. Ha ha ha, us begging with tears in our eyes to be let into your country is the same Alexander, Caesar, and all other European conquests. Khamzat fans probably, yeah, I know, yeah. Strickland would have done better, plus better build-up. 529 total strikes, 37 significant. Bruh, yeah. Dude, when 492 of your strikes are seen as insignificant, that is crazy. What is the song you keep humming and whistling? And China. It's a Chinese thing. Why was Burns so good against him? Because he's got a guard game. Chase Hooper's only hope now is to have a daughter in Oliveira's way to the championship. Just got home. That was lame from Chimaev. They are indeed ruining the sports. Thank you for agreeing, dude. It's good to have you here. Thank you for the 53 months of membership, Frank Martin. This is MMA, not boxing. 95% wrestling. I know, yeah. Who's going to win between Islam and Chimaev? I don't care. Thank you for that. I don't care about him at all, brother. Stop asking me about Chimaev. Thank you for the membership, Matthew Carrillo. I appreciate you. I'm so mad about how he won, not that he won. I know, like, if he would have just won, I would have been amped for this, but that's such a pussy way to win. Raging at other languages, follow your leader, Swazboy. Thank you for the 2. Bigger Blanket Fest, that or Luis Almeida. Luis Almeida actually had some moments. It felt like watching a wrestling match, true. Some hardcores need to realize you can enjoy grappling and still hate this boring fight, just like you can enjoy striking and not enjoy MVP. Very true. Thank you for the 20, but they don't get that because they're just casuals looking for engagement farms off of NPC Muslim bots in the Twitter space. It's crazy. Cumshot making Torres Finney entertaining. Perplexed that these people pretend their fighters are entertaining in the slightest. It's crazy, I know. I know you're feeling it right now, Joji. But we'll be back. Jay Hilton will probably do this to Tom. No, I'd fucking end it if this happens. From kill everybody to hug everybody, I have anxiety. Yeah. I have anxiety, brother. I'm scared of being hit, brother. Quick. Possible best fight of the year to worst gay. I know, yeah, he's pathetic. It's boring, and he also did, like, no damage. I know, it's pathetic. Guru's coping, that was shameful for DDP. It was a bad performance from DDP. But if he got submitted in round 1, you wouldn't be talking about how bad the performance was. It's just that he went 5 rounds that you talked about how bad it was. Thank you for the $5. Too frequent. Is Khamzat the new Pedro Pascal? Probably, yeah. The Fighting Nerds rep Israel. Maybe KO can get Chimaev to try and do damage. Maybe, yeah. Khamzat versus Gun in Gaza. Next fight, book it. Executing Gayo, enjoying this gay style. It'll be nice to see 2 Oleksiejczuk brothers in the middleweight. True, Cesare Oleksiejczuk coming up soon. I hope so. Strickland versus Khamzat at the White House is funny. Great White Nope. Thank you for the $2. Another white guy, Chimaev. It's crazy. Thomas Lawson. You're tweeting that. Like, how self-hating do you have to be, bro? Take your micropene energy elsewhere. I miss Charles already after tonight. Haha, goodbye to Fugazi African. Thank you for the $5, dude. Thanks for the 5. More of your money. I'll take it. Thank you for the $2. Middleweight belt. Probably the hardest to win now. Yeah, also like the least interesting division. Khamzat trains with TJ's coach and wins world title. Bang Muay Thai is yet another world champion. Will you admit that Bang Muay Thai? No, it's not Bang Muay Thai. It's Sam Calavita. He's a conditioning agent. Retards in here, bruv. These are the Chimaev fans we're talking about. Strickland calls Dagestan. He's not learning Bang Muay Thai. Did you watch him throw a fucking right hand step through to a switch head kick? Or not? You retard, bruv. He did a conditioning program that Dillashaw did. What a fucking retard these guys are, man. Oh, it was boring. There's no question. There's no question. Yeah, Kazakhs, what's up? Change is good. Thank you for the $2 VHS capture. DDP fat thick neck helped him survive 5 rounds. Tagir, Umar, Evloev, Arman, Shav, Chimaev, Ank, or AI Media. Yeah, thank you for the $2, dude. All dull fucks. All dull fucking pussies of people. Right, I'm caught up to chat. I can see chat again. What's up, guys? We have 11.8k people in here. How's it going? How's it going? We good? I've just been reading donos for fucking 2 hours there. Non-stop. How's it going? I'm seeing chat again. What's up, guys? What's up? Bosh. Yeah, pussies, blah, blah, blah. Right, how's it going? Yeah, it's a good fight. It was an impressive performance from Khamzat Chimaev. He showed his grappling skill. I thought that Duplessis would have better scrambles than that, but I kind of thought that, you know, Duplessis would have a bit more ground game. Wouldn't jump guillotines like that in round 4, but his grappling IQ wasn't the best. But yeah, Khamzat Chimaev, it's hard. You know, it's hard to have scramble space when a guy is not trying to finish you or hurt you in any way. Was a big fan of Khamzat, but that was dull. Yeah, I can appreciate how impressive the performance was, but Yeah, I'll never be entertained by that bullshit. And I'm not listening to all the I'll kill you, brother, and all of this and anything like that, dude. Fuck these guys. Yeah, I don't care. Like, I don't mind, like, just appreciating him as a martial artist, but I ain't falling for the I kill you, brother, or I do all this. Like, you're not intimidating at all. You get knocked out in a local UK bar fight trying to single leg some fat fucking bouncer. Like, let's just call it what it is, man. You get punched by a bouncer, shoot a double leg on him, and then get stomped out by 5 fucking Sunderland hooligans. Like, let's just call it what it is, brother. You're not a fucking man. If I had to pick any fighter not to back me up in a street fight, it's Chimaev. End of discussion. He'd be hugging up on someone while I'm getting fucked up in the corner, bruv. Imagine that. Imagine seeing Chimaev in on a body lock on someone while you're fucking... You're supposed to back me up! And you're just getting jumped by 5 fucking lads. You thought you'd bring a UFC fighter and it'd help you out the street fight, but no. Not this one. He's a fucking bitch-ass, non-warrior, inbred, filthy goblin cunt. Thank you for the 5. Wanted DDP to win, but can't lie, that was a good performance. It was, yeah. Even if it wasn't the most entertaining, dricus' ground game is shite. I mean, he survived it. His submission defense was really good, but yeah, his scrambles needed to be better. Fight was asked, but Khamzat had 14 fun fights in a row. No, fun fights aren't immediate subs. Thank you for the 5. But I agree. One more chance. No, I don't give him that. You show your true colors in title fights. Chael Ultimate Fighting Championship. True. I don't care about Khamzat. You keep talking about him. I keep answering donations from fat retards like you. Canadian. No shit, you're backing up Chimaev. Another lost country to you lot. Thank you for the 2. I can't wait for another more wrestle fucking champ. No wonder Canada ain't got no prospects. They're getting replaced by pussies like you lot. Thank you for the 5. Wrestle fucking championship fight. Just gouge out my eyes. I know, it's fucking sad. No smash, only smother, no combat, no mixed martial anything next time DDP, yeah. Remember when Cumshot painted himself gold? Gay, I don't remember that. Black Unks seething in chat about DDP. They're crying because they literally have 0 champions. Whites win again. Alright. Chill out. I know they have no champs, but, I mean, they haven't had champs in years. It's not about that. That's regular shit. How the fuck do you have 22 minutes of control time with 0 sub attempts? I guess a crucifix is a submission attempt more than a TKO attempt. You know what I'm saying, chat? What do you think about that take? You think a crucifix is more of a submission than a TKO because you kind of have to give in to be finished by it? I reckon so. How the fuck do you have 22 minutes of control time? I've already read it. Loses to the first true contender he fought? No, not at all. Thank you for the 2. True Arman beats Bobby in MMA all day, but Bobby had him running in a street altercation. There's something to that. True. Definitely should be mentioned. Yeah, they're pussy-ass bitches, man. They can't fight. In a cage, when they can push you up against it and drag you down and work the glove grabs and all of that, then they can do stuff like that. But yeah, in a real street fight, brother, you'd be fucking lost if you had one of these Caucus guys on your team. Unless it's Ilia Topuria, but he got raised in Spain, so that's why he's got that mentality. Can you imagine? Fucking hell, bruv. Starting shit in a fucking bar fight and you got fucking Chimaev stalling some guy out against the cage on the other side of the fucking counter. Basketball has a shot clock and the UFC needs the same for the ground. Who cares about dribbling if you can't score? It's valid. Arabs have no good fighters. They don't have any, you know. And now that Khamzat is champion, I can skip all the heavyweight pay-per-views. Aspinall's great, but 1 round ain't worth it. It is. KO's worth it, man. Charles Jourdain is a good Canadian prospect. Wait, yeah, never mind. As a German descendant, do you admit England? Yeah, I do, yeah. Only hope is bad weight cut and JDM just gets up. Yeah. It's all up to Anthony Hernandez now. My favorite savior. Thank you for the membership, Cameron Lewin. I appreciate you. No one better complain about BMF main events now? Yeah, well, I'm never complaining again. That's my bad. Khamzat looks like a UK citizen in 2025. Fuck, that's so sad, innit? We're literally unevolving into rank little goblins.